Welcome back to another episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, our series that keeps you updated with our ever-changing industry. For those of you that have been watching the series for a while now, you know how this goes, but for those of you that are new, welcome. We'll be covering the latest in manufacturing, packaging, coding, sustainability, and much more. I'm your host, Alexa, and today we'll be discussing topics ranging from Denver's Slaughterhouse Ban affecting the meat industry domestically and internationally, to Real Water's promises turning hazardous, to Pepsi Cola and Coca-Cola being sued over misleading recyclability, to analyzing the safety of the U.S.'s food supply, and finally, Reynolds and Rob McElhenney acquiring Wrexham Lager. So, starting off, the proposal to ban slaughterhouses in Denver, as encapsulated in Ballot Measure 309, comes at a critical intersection of local food legislation and global food supply dynamics. This measure, though seemingly limited in local scope, carries repercussions that ripple through various domains of the meat industry. It's spearheaded to shut down Superior Farms, a facility critical for lamb processing, representing 15% to 20% of the U.S.'s lamb slaughter capacity. This imminent shutdown would force producers to either bear the cost of out-of-state processing or abandon lamb production, potentially reducing the national livestock production industry by about 2%. Colorado, recognized as the third largest sheep-producing state in the U.S., has a robust infrastructure supporting lamb processing. Yet this infrastructure is fragile, with only 33 of the state's 120 meat processing operations receiving federal inspection, a critical factor for market access and consumer trust. Facilities like Superior Farms, inspected under the Federal Meat Inspection Act standards, ensure both product safety and consumer reach. The exemption status of smaller processors limit their products' marketability, highlighting an urgent need for upgrade and expansion of inspection capabilities. The closure of Superior Farms presents significant challenges, most notably the increased cost and logistical hurdles for sheep producers. Federal inspections is essential. Without it, the marketability of meat products is severely compromised, affecting both producer profitability and consumer access. To remedy this gap, potential solutions could include enhancing inspection capabilities for smaller processors, offsetting costs for interstate transportation, and investing in local facility expansions to retain processing capacities within Colorado. The global footprint of the meat industry underscores how a local decision in Denver can affect international markets. Superior Farms plays a pivotal role not only in domestic markets, but also in exporting less popular lamb cuts to countries like Mexico and Canada, thereby augmenting U.S. sheep's market value. Any decrease in U.S. lamb production amplifies reliance on imports primarily from Australia and New Zealand, which already constitute the majority of U.S. lamb consumption. These changes can diminish the economic viability of American ranchers while altering trade balance dynamics. As Denver voters deliberate on this measure, they weigh decisions that extend far beyond their local food supply, affecting both national and international spheres of the lamb industry. Moving on, the ongoing saga of legal challenges faced by AffinityLifestyles.com Incorporated, the former maker of Real Water, underscores a significant public health and corporate responsibility issue in the bottled water industry. Real Water, marketed as premium-treated alkalized drinking water with supposed detoxifying benefits, was once a popular product distributed across the Southwest United States. However, the brand's promise turned hazardous following revelations of product contamination. The crux of legal battle stems from finding that Real Water contained hydrazine, a dangerous chemical typically found in rocket fuel. The company itself at the center of multiple negligence and product liability lawsuits after this contamination was linked to liver damage in consumers. Highlighting the severity of the issue, a Nevada jury recently awarded $5.2 billion in damages, consisting of $230 million in compensatory and $5 billion in punitive damages to plaintiffs, including Hunter Brown. Kevin Kemp, an attorney representing the plaintiffs, acknowledged the significant financial verdict as a crucial victory for these affected. The company's inability to identify and test for hydrazine before bottling was a pivotal point in the jury's decision-making process. This recent verdict is not an isolated occurrence. Prior judgments against Real Water included $3.1 billion awarded in June, $130 million in February, and $228 million in October of 2023, reflecting a growing legal landscape that intensifies scrutiny on corporate practices. Despite the substantial awards, the road to compensation remains full of obstacles. AffinityLifestyle.com Incorporated, led by former State Assembly member Brent Jones, has declared bankruptcy, complicating the plaintiff's ability to recover damages. Kemp anticipates resistance from Real Water's insurance providers, likely stemming from the ongoing financial ruination of the company. The fallout from Real Water's legal debacle extends beyond courtroom verdicts. The case illuminates broader industry concerns regarding product safety and quality standards, posing significant reputational and financial risks for companies involved in similar markets. With civil suits still pending and potential appeals from defendants, this case represents a cautionary tale to manufacturers about overlooking stringent safety protocols. The decision reinforces a critical message about corporate accountability and the importance of maintaining the highest standards to protect consumer health and uphold public trust. Moving on, the Los Angeles County has initiated legal proceedings against beverage industry giants Pepsi Cola and Coca-Cola, accusing the companies of misleading consumers regarding the recyclability of their plastic bottles. The lawsuit filed on Wednesday underscores the ongoing battle against plastic pollution and aims to hold major contributors accountable for their environmental impact. Among the allegations, the county claims these companies have misrepresented the recyclability of their plastic products and minimized the adverse environmental and health repercussions of plastic waste. Coca-Cola and PepsiCo have long been spotlighted as leading producers of plastic pollution worldwide. According to the environmental group Break Free from Plastic, Coca-Cola and PepsiCo have occupied the top positions as plastic polluters for multiple consecutive years, with Coca-Cola alone producing approximately 3.224 million metric tons of plastic annually, and PepsiCo generating around 2.5 million metric tons. The lawsuit asserts that despite promoting their bottles as part of a circular economy where plastics are purportedly recycled seamlessly, the reality is starkly different. The bottles are often recycled only once and in some cases not at all, which contradicts their sustainability claims and fuels increased environmental degradation. One of the pressing challenges identified in the lawsuit is the proliferation of microplastics, tiny plastic particles measuring 5 millimeters or less that result from larger plastics breaking down in the environment. These microplastics infiltrate ecosystems affecting soil, plant growth, marine life, and fish populations while presenting formidable challenges to removal efforts. The proliferation of microplastics also raises health alarms, with research suggesting potential links to heart disease, Alzheimer's, and other conditions, though scientific consensus remains in development. To address these significant challenges, the lawsuit seeks a court order prohibiting the company's alleged deceptive business practices and asks for restitution for misled consumers alongside civil penalties up to $2,500 per violation. Furthermore, figures from the American Beverage Association, where both companies are members, highlight that California saw a bottle recycling rate of 71% in 2023. Nevertheless, the lawsuit paints a picture of high environmental stakes, noting that California's plastic waste contributes significantly to pollution in terrestrial and oceanic environments, with plastic compromising a large segment of beach litter. The implications of this lawsuit extend beyond legal ramifications. They catalyze a broader debate on product responsibility and environmental sustainability. As consumers and governments worldwide become more environmentally conscious, the pressure mounts on corporations to overhaul current practices and invest in genuine sustainability efforts. This lawsuit highlights the critical need for transparency and responsibility as part of the broader movement toward protecting Earth's fragile ecosystem from the ticking plastic time bomb. Moving on, the recent outbreaks involving Boar's Head deli meats and McDonald's Quarter Pounders have sparked concerns about the safety of the U.S.'s food supply. Despite these high-profile incidents, experts reassure the public that the food supply remains among the safest globally. The Global Food Security Index ranks the U.S. near the top for food safety, a testament to the rigorous standards enforced by regulatory agencies such as the FDA and USDA. However, the number of food recalls, more than 300 annually, underscores the complexity of maintaining food safety. The U.S. food safety landscape is shaped by ongoing regulatory efforts. The enactment of the Food Safety Modernization Act in 2011 strengthened the FDA's power over food safety protocols, with further enhancements coming from a rule finalized in 2022, set to take effect in 2026. This rule mandates comprehensive record-keeping to trace fresh produce origins, as seen with the McDonald's recent outbreak involving onions. Such developments are poised to enhance traceability and accountability in food distribution processes. Despite advancements, significant challenges persist. The nation has made limited progress in reducing foodborne illness rates, with infections from pathogens like Salmonella and Listeria remaining concerning. Federal data highlights an uptick in food recalls attributed to improved detection methods through genetic sequencing rather than an increase in contamination. Experts like Barbara Kalchik emphasize that although complete safety can't be assured, a multi-layered approach involving testing, inspections, and education can minimize risks. These regulatory changes have potential long-term impacts on public health and industry practices. By enhancing traceability and enforcing stricter record keeping, the FDA aims to prevent future outbreaks and increase consumer confidence in food safety. However, challenges such as stagnant funding for safety initiatives, as highlighted by FDA Chief Robert Califf, may hinder progress. Ultimately, an informed and proactive public can influence further improvements by advocating for enhanced safety measures in the food industry. Through education and vigilance, both consumers and stakeholders can collaborate to uphold and improve the integrity of the nation's food supply. And we've made it to our final story. The historic city of Wrexham has been receiving a refreshing boost to its cultural and economic landscape thanks to the intervention of Hollywood celebrities like Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Known for their unexpected success acquisition of Wrexham's struggling soccer team in 2020, the duo's latest venture involves taking ownership of Wrexham Lager, a brewery with deep roots and historical significance. Established in 1882, Wrexham Lager proudly holds the title as the oldest British lager brewery in operation. This strategic purchase by Reynolds and McElhenney represents further investment in the city of North Wales, bolstering its prominence. Wrexham Lager, which has regained recognition as a sponsor of the soccer team, stands poised for international expansion, driven by the influence and resources that Reynolds and McElhenney bring to the table. Their connection to Wrexham evolved alongside their stewardship of the soccer team, as they fully realized the significance of community engagement and heritage preservation. Red Dragon Ventures, a joint venture including Reynolds and McElhenney and the Allen family from New York, orchestrated the acquisition with the duo holding a majority stake. This move parallels their success in the soccer realm, where the team has now been promoted to third-tier League One and has echoed the visibility and growth sparked by the TV series Welcome to Wrexham. Reviving a business linked to the local community's heritage presents unique challenges, particularly in navigating the brewery's ongoing operations and ensuring sustainable growth. The presence of the Roberts family, who revived the brewery in 2011 after it ceased production in 2000, offers a valuable link to its traditional roots. Together with their new partners, a collaborative management approach will likely sustain the historic 140-year-old recipe, ensuring a balance between maintaining traditional practices and pursuing innovative strategies for modern distribution. The combined power of Reynolds and McElhenney investment is unmistakable in the economic ripple effect brought about in Wrexham. Coupled with the publicity from their television series, local tourism has flourished and interest in the region's business like Wrexham Lager continues to climb. Consequently, their ventures not only uplift the socio-economic standing of the city, but also preserve and promote its cultural heritage. As Wrexham Lager expands and integrates into global markets, this dynamic blend of entertainment, heritage, and commerce is setting a notable precedent for how celebrity influence can encapsulate sustainable development and community revitalization. This episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update is proudly sponsored by our SNEEDJet Titan tabletop printer. Equipped with a compact half-inch horizontal traversing print head, this printer revolutionizes your part-making process. Say goodbye to the hassle of aligning inline printers and traditional sensors for small parts, or awkwardly maneuvering handheld printers. Simply place your items against the print window, activate the motor, and let the traversing print head seamlessly apply lock codes, date codes, batch codes, QR codes, barcodes, personalized messages, and more. Simply place your items against the print window, activate the motor, and let the traversing print head seamlessly apply lock codes, date codes, batch codes, QR codes, barcodes, personalized messages, and more, and then effortlessly move on to the next item. The Titan tabletop printer's compatibility with our Titan ink series, which includes 7 ink colors and both solvent and water-based options, allows you to print on porous, semi-porous, and non-porous materials with ease. And saving the best for last, it's now in stock, so secure yours before lead times double or triple. Like always, stay tuned for our next episode of SNEED-CAST Industry Update, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below to stay up to date with all of our great content. Also, let us know what topics you'd like to see us talk about here on the show. We look forward to hearing from you all. Bye, everyone.